Hi, I've got my coffee and welcome to our very first coffee date. This is going to be where we sit down and have a conversation. And if there are questions, I try to answer them. If there's a special topic of conversation you want to have, you just drop it in the comments and I'll go over that. Oh my gosh, you guys, my coffee is I have a pumpkin issue. So I have pumpkin flavored coffee with pumpkin creamer and pumpkin whipped cream in my clearly vegan mug. First coffee, then bacon. It should be a pumpkin mug, but. So for this very first coffee date, we are going to talk about who we are. So my name is Jessie. My husband is Ryan, and we have 4 kids. Noah is our oldest, he's 13. Larkin is our second, she is 12. Then we have Rylan, who is 5, going on 6, and then Tannen, who is 4. And me and Tannen, you'll probably see the most of just because we're home all day. I don't know if you'll see much of Ryan. This isn't really his gig, but I might be able to sneak him in every now and then. So that is who we are. My parents, I'm going to have them remain nameless just because they really value their privacy and I want to respect that. So they are the Campbells and we live on their 5 acres. My dad's side of the family has lived out here for about 60 years. And we moved out here about a year ago. Actually, just at a year ago. And so we are living on Campbell land. Ooh, hot, but it tastes good. So we live in the Willamette Valley, Oregon, and we are surrounded by 90 acres of timberland. So we should never be in any kind of building type situation. We should always be pretty secluded, especially since the company that owns the timberland never loses land. They only acquire land. So they never sell, they only buy, which is wonderful. And they've been a part of the community for I don't even know, super long. So, yeah, we live on 5 acres. We are starting this little homesteading adventure. Why? I feel very deeply that it is a time for us to kind of get back to our roots, become more self-sufficient and more self-reliant, become less dependent on grocery stores, big chain operations, really start focusing in on health, both physically and honestly mentally, drawing close to home, getting back to family first, and yeah, that is why. The toddler's supposed to be napping, but he's not. So a few things about me. I am 33. I grew up out here on this land. We moved out here when I was 4. So my family, my nucleus, moved out here just under 30 years ago now. It'll be 30 years next summer. And before that, my dad's parents and my dad's grandparents were out here. This was commonly known in the area as as like a refuge for anybody who needed a place. My great grandma was very well known for never turning anybody away, and I think that kind of gives our land a little bit of sweet history. Even though in this day and age that would be pretty unlikely and possibly dangerous, it still is very sweet. And there was actually a write-up in the local paper about them and my great grandma and my great grandpa and their tendency to Never turn anyone away. And so now we are the fourth family generation, family, however you want to say that, to live out here. My husband and I moved into my grandparents' old house and have been taking some slow remodel, finishing things. So, the doors haven't been trimmed. But we're getting to it. My husband works full time. He currently works swing shift, which is why you probably won't see him very often on here, because he is mostly asleep during the times I'm doing this, or he's at work during the times that I'm filming. So occasionally, if I can pop the camera out and get him on while he's in some of his free time, we'll do that. But you'll see the kids a lot, and you'll probably never see my parents unless they consent to this type of situation, which they won't because they're very private. So yeah, that is kind of a little bit about us. I enjoy bread making. I've recently learned that I'm very good at that. I am a photographer. I don't even just enjoy photography. I am a photographer. So I will be picking that up a little bit more, especially now that I'm not working. I used to work full time. I was in early childhood education. I was a co-director for a small center here in town. And it was an amazing place to be. I met a lot of great people. I created some amazing relationships. And there were some life-changing events while in that position. But the Lord was very specific when he told me to quit my job and be home. And when I did that, there have been blessings to confirm that that was indeed the right thing to do. And being home has been a wild adventure. Our youngest is a bit of a wild animal, and I'm working on it. It's hard, but he's wonderful. I take in one little girl, and just to kind of supplement some income. I don't really need it so much, but it is nice to have a little bit extra security, and her family is wonderful. So that is kind of where we're at. My hopes for the future is abundance. That's kind of what I'm going to be looking towards, is abundance. Food, sufficiency, just family. So hopefully. This coffee's really hot. Hopefully we'll be able to meet those goals. That's long-term goals, is like overflowing abundance. Short-term goals would be just getting our garden in next year. We missed it this year. So next year I am totally in on my gardens, starting immediately in probably late February, early March, starting my starts, just because that's in our area pretty common. My dream is to get my shed converted into a greenhouse. Get the starts going, get the greenhouse built. We have these trusses out here that we're supposed to be expanding off this side, but we need to build up and save some resources first. So that's coming. So all of these things I'll keep you in the loop. We'll vlog about. I'll let you know what's going on. So that kind of just sums up this first coffee date. Just kind of the things that we're doing and where we're going. I really appreciate you guys watching and joining me on this incredible adventure. Before I go, one of my goals and I'm gonna make this happen. One of my goals for the next year is to get to the Homesteaders of America conference. I am like, if I can carve in the extra $1,000 for flight and lodging, I'm going, because the tickets are not that much. The tickets are so cheap. It's like $55 a ticket. It's incredible. And I would fangirl out in that environment. You have no idea. The Holler Homestead, Living Traditions, Justin Rhodes, like even Joel Salatin. Oh my gosh, I like geek out on Joel Salatin. Like all of these amazing. So the Land, I have fallen in love with them. Yeah, all of these people that have inspired me to, take that first leap and listen to my intuition and my gut are there at that. Oh, Roots and Refuge. I love Roots and Refuge. I love Jess and Maya. They all just have this amazingly sweet spirit about them, and that makes me want to come back every day and watch. And Rylan, my 5-year-old, adores Holler Homestead. Like, so much. He makes me sit down and watch Holler Homestead with him. Or if I turn on Holler Homestead, he hears their intro and he's like, "It's my favorite show." So well done, guys. My 5-year-old loves you. So yeah, those are some of our goals for the next year. And it's going to be crazy exciting. And I can't wait for you guys to come along. And I can't wait to experience the community that YouTube has opened up for all of us homesteaders, all of us people really looking to move into this life and this lifestyle. And yeah. So until next time, that's a wrap. And God bless.